Some mornings, you catch your reflection in the mirror, run your fingers through your thinning hair, and quietly wonder, am I slowly fading in my own story? If you've ever felt that way, I want you to know this: you are not alone, and you still deserve to be seen, to feel beautiful, and to shine. Welcome to Glow After 60, a space where every wrinkle, every silver strand tells a story of strength, wisdom, and a beauty that's all your own. Yes, after 60. Our hair changes. It gets thinner, more fragile, and sometimes it feels like the confidence we once had starts slipping away with it. But here's the truth. The right hair color can bring it all back. Softness, brightness, vitality, in a way that feels like you again. In this video, I'll be sharing the hair colors you should absolutely avoid if you have thinning hair after 60, because they can wash you out, make your hair look even thinner, and take away that healthy glow. And more importantly, the colors that will flatter your face, add dimension, and make your hair look fuller and more vibrant, naturally. This isn't about chasing youth or hiding your age. It's about choosing what makes you feel radiant, confident, and comfortable in your own skin at every stage of life. So if that resonates with you, I'd love to invite you to subscribe to Glow After 60, because you deserve a space that celebrates your beauty, your choices, and your journey. And I'll be right here, cheering you on every step of the way. Color mistake number 1, jet black. Elegant on paper, harsh in real life, especially on thinning hair. At some point, many of us thought, I'll just dye it black. It's simple, classic, safe. And in theory, jet black does sound like a timeless, low-maintenance choice. But on thinning hair, especially after 60, this color can do more harm than good to both your look and your confidence. Why is jet black a bad match for thinning hair? Jet black creates a harsh contrast with aging skin, often highlighting fine lines, uneven tone, and even puffiness. On thin hair, it exposes the scalp, making your hair appear even finer than it really is. Under natural light, black hair can look flat and heavy without the softness or dimension that gives hair life and movement. What happens if you go for it anyway? Your features may look sharper, harder, especially around the jawline and temples, which naturally lose volume with age. Your hair can appear flat, stuck to your scalp, with no body or belts. And when your grays start growing in, the white roots pop out like flashing lights against the black, making you look like you haven't touched up in months, even if it's only been 2 weeks. A real-life story. My friend Linda, who's 63, had been coloring her hair jet black for years. She told me, I thought it made me look polished, mature, not trying too hard. But after attending a high school reunion, she looked at the group photos and said, I didn't look classic. I looked severe. My hair was flat. My face looked hard. I didn't recognize myself. She eventually switched to a soft chestnut brown with subtle warm undertones, and everything changed. Her skin looked brighter, her hair seemed fuller, but most importantly, she felt like herself again. Softer, more approachable, still elegant, but in a way that reflected who she is now, not who she used to be. Number 2, platinum or ultra-light blonde, not always the light and bright solution. When hair is thinning, platinum blonde can be the quickest way to make it look even thinner and way more damaged than it actually is. Emma Lee, professional colorist and stylist for women over 50. Platinum and ultra-light blondes are often seen as chic, bold, and youthful, especially on magazine covers. But the reality for women over 60 with thinning hair, not so flattering. Why this color works against you. First, light blondes usually require bleach, and bleach is incredibly harsh on aging, delicate hair. Even strong hair can get dry and brittle from bleaching. Thin hair, it can break just from brushing. Second, ultra-light blondes lack depth, meaning there's no shadow, no contour, no contrast. And that's exactly what thin hair needs to look fuller. Finally, if your scalp is light, which most are, this color blends too closely with your skin tone, making hair disappear visually, especially under bright lights or sunlight. What happens if you choose it anyway? Your hair might look like it's barely there, flat, pale, almost translucent. It can also make your face look washed out, especially if your skin has cool undertones or natural redness. On camera or in photos, the hair might disappear completely, making your features stand out in an unflattering way. Number 3, bright red, copper, or cherry tones, bold in theory, but loud in all the wrong ways. There's something undeniably striking about red hair, especially those bold, fiery shades like bright copper or cherry red. And for women in their 60s, it can feel like a fun, fearless way to reclaim your edge. But here's the thing. Bold reds aren't always your friend, especially when your hair is fine or thinning. Unlike warmer, deeper reds like auburn or mahogany, these intense shades tend to sit on the surface of the hair. They reflect a lot of light, and that might sound like a good thing, but it actually does the opposite of what thinning hair needs. Instead of softness and depth, your hair ends up looking flat and overexposed, almost like it's been spray painted on. Worse yet, bright reds fade quickly, especially on porous, aging hair. What starts as a vibrant color can turn brassy, blotchy, or uneven in just a few washes. And when that happens, it doesn't just dull your hair, it pulls down your entire look. Skin tone becomes harder to balance, your outfits feel off, and suddenly that fun new look becomes one more thing you're trying to fix. If you have naturally rosy or uneven skin, which many of us do as we age, bright red tones can also amplify redness, making your complexion look flushed or tired, even when you're feeling great. And let's not forget, thinning hair needs dimension, not distraction. When your hair is fine, the goal is to create softness, fullness, and harmony, not to fight for attention with your hair color. Number 4, ashy gray or blue tone silver. Cool, but not always kind. My sister-in-law Karen is 67. She's stylish, thoughtful, and always experimenting with new looks, but never in a way that screams for attention. A few months ago, she decided to try something different, an ashy, almost blue-gray tone that she saw on Pinterest. It looked chic, sleek. Modern gray, she called it. But once it was on her head, things didn't go quite as planned. I thought it would make me look sophisticated, she told me. But instead, it made my face look dull, like I hadn't slept in a week. That's the tricky thing about cool-toned grays and silvers, especially the ones with bluish or steel undertones. They work beautifully on photo shoots or younger women with porcelain skin. But on mature faces, especially with warm or uneven undertones, these colors can wash everything out. They don't just blend with your skin, they compete with it. And when your hair is already thinning, that cool-toned flatness only makes it worse. It removes all softness, all shadow, all dimension, leaving your hair looking limp and your face looking tired, even if you're feeling full of energy inside. What Karen needed wasn't trend-forward. She needed something flattering, alive, radiant. She eventually shifted to a soft, beige blonde with warm lowlights. And just like that, the light came back to her whole face. She didn't look younger. She looked more like herself. And that, to me, is what real beauty after 60 is all about. Number 5. One-dimensional, flat color. Simple isn't always better. On the surface, choosing a single, all-over hair color sounds like the safe, low-maintenance option, right? No highlights, no lowlights, no fuss. But here's the truth. Flat, one-dimensional color is one of the fastest ways to make thinning hair look even thinner. Why? Because what fine hair really needs is depth, shadow, and a little bit of contrast, even if it's subtle. When you go for a single uniform shade, whether it's brown, blonde, or even gray, you're removing all of that. There's no play of light, no visual texture, no movement. Just a sheet of color that hugs your head, and not in a good way. The result? Your hair can look flat, limp, and lifeless. Even freshly washed hair looks like it's been slept on. And worse, a solid color can make your face look less defined, especially if the shade doesn't complement your undertone. Most women don't even realize it's the color that's making their hair feel so meh. They think they need a new cut, or more volume, or stronger products, when really they just need a little dimension added back in. Even something as simple as a few soft highlights around the face, or a slightly deeper tone at the roots, can make all the difference. It doesn't have to be dramatic, just enough to give your hair shape and life again. So what colors do flatter thinning hair after 60? When your hair begins to thin, the goal isn't just to cover it. It's to create softness, light, and dimension that gives the illusion of fullness, while also brightening the face and complementing your natural beauty. Here are some of the most flattering, age-smart color choices for women with fine or thinning hair. Number 1. Warm chestnut brown or soft chocolate. Rich, mid-tone browns like chestnut and soft chocolate are perfect for adding natural depth without creating harsh lines. They're warm enough to soften the skin, especially if you have yellow or olive undertones, and they create a background that helps your hair appear denser at the roots. Pro tip: ask your colorist to blend in soft lowlights, 2 shades darker, near the nape and temples. It instantly boosts volume perception without harsh contrast. Number 2. Caramel and honey highlights. For brunettes and dark blondes, adding honey or caramel tones around the face is a game changer. These colors catch the light and give your hair a multi-dimensional look, helping it appear fuller and more youthful. They also add warmth to the complexion, which can brighten dull or tired-looking skin. Pro tip: keep the highlights soft and blended. Chunky streaks can look dated and may emphasize thin areas. Number 3. Beige blonde or buttery blonde. If you love being blonde, skip the icy tones. Instead, go for beige or buttery blondes with golden or neutral undertones. These colors are far more forgiving on mature skin and don't require damaging levels of bleaching. They bring a natural radiance and soften facial features, especially around the eyes and jawline. Pro tip: a shadow root, a slightly darker base, helps add depth and makes regrowth less obvious, which also means fewer touch-ups. Number 4. Soft auburn or copper brown warm reds can be incredibly flattering if they're soft and grounded. Auburn and copper brown shades add vibrancy without overpowering your features or clashing with natural redness in the skin. They also reflect warm light beautifully, which gives the appearance of healthier, shinier hair. A major bonus when hair is thinning. Pro tip: avoid high gloss finishes. A satin or natural finish looks more believable and less wig-like. Number 5. Balayage and gentle lowlights. More important than you think. Sometimes it's not just what color you choose, it's how the color is applied. Techniques like balayage, hand-painted highlights, and strategic lowlights can give even the finest hair a sense of depth, structure, and natural movement. These subtle shifts in tone prevent the hair from looking flat, and they grow out beautifully, which is ideal for low-maintenance, graceful aging. Pro tip: keep everything soft and blended. Harsh contrast ages the hair, while seamless color mimics natural volume. Bottom line, the right hair color doesn't scream for attention. It gently frames your face, enhances your features, and brings life back into your look. It's not about being bold. It's about being beautiful in your own skin, your own tone, your own time. So now you know it's not just about coloring your hair. It's about choosing color with purpose. Choosing shades that reflect not only light, but the woman you've become. Wiser, softer, stronger. If your hair is thinning, that doesn't mean your confidence has to shrink with it. With the right color, a little softness, and a touch of warmth, you can feel more like yourself again, or maybe even better. I hope this video gave you not just ideas, but also permission. Permission to keep trying, to keep caring, to keep loving the woman you see in the mirror. And if it did, if something here made you smile, made you think, or made you feel seen, I'd love for you to join me here on Glow After 60. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the little bell so we can keep glowing together, one thoughtful choice at a time. Because beauty after 60, it's not about going back. It's about showing up, fully, freely, and wonderfully as you are.